Minangizi Africa, vugabo, izwe lethu likawula imikhono yobuqili. Biafra yakhala, izinyembezi ziyageleza. Siyabonga Mandela, siyabonga Sangara, kodwa manje sekuyithuba leBiafra. I call Africa, rise up now. Our land breaks the chains of slavery. Biafra is crying, tears are flowing. We thank Mandela, we thank Sangara, but now it is Biafra's turn. Sulu, Tina, Siyamezugula, Siyamwazugutandaza. We know how to fight, we know how to pray. Biafra must breathe. Biafra must live. Biafra, Biafra, Vuga Africa, Vuga. Biafra, Biafra, Israel tuliyopila, siyatela mchaba wonke, asisangane kifekra. Biafra, Biafra, rise Africa, rise. Biafra, Biafra, our nation will heal. We beg the whole world, let us unite for Biafra. Nigeria yehluleka abantwana bafangendala amaphoyisa bulala kodwa alifi. Siyabonga iZulu, siyabonga iYoruba iHausa. Kodwa Biafra ifuna ukuba isithila. Police kill, but truth never dies. We thank the Zulu, thank Yoruba, thank Hausa. But Biafra refuses to be a slave. Umani azolalela, umani azosiza, umani azokhuluma.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, fellow Biafrans all over the world, lovers of freedom, my people, join me. I am here today, the 3rd of December 2025, for us to continue. Biafra is our religion and we must evangelize. Join me from wherever you are watching and let us continue. Ndị be anyị nọ n'ụlọ ekenekwa m unu. Ndewo n'ụtụtụ ọma, efifie ọma, depending on your location. Ọ ga-adịlụ nwoke mma dịlụ nwaanyị mma, nke onye chilu ya zelu. My people, yesterday, 2nd of December, was our first anniversary for the redeclaration of Biafra in Lati, Finland, and it was widely celebrated. Not celebration, but to mark that very day that we redeclared Biafra after the first declaration by our supreme leader, Odumegwu Ojukwu, in 1967. Biafrans, we know that we can never go back to Nigeria, and Biafra is the way forward. The person you are seeing here now is our current leader, Mazi Ogechukwu Nkere. He was yesterday advising and talking to Biafrans. And as I use it as our picture today, let us listen to what he has to tell us.
Good morning and good afternoon, good evening, fellow citizens. Biafran people, today is the 2nd December 2025. And today also marks the first year of Biafra anniversary. Biafra was declared in Lati, Finland, December 2nd, 2024. So we are remembering the day we declared Biafra. And in the near future, we are going to celebrate our independence. Now we are not celebrating because our land is not totally liberated and because we have not totally regained our total sovereignty. So when the time for celebration comes, Biafra people will let Biafra know, and we alert the whole world. We will all dance and rejoice in Biafra, and the trumpet and the sound of Ogene will be all over Biafra. And I'm here today in Washington, D.C. I'm at the capital of Washington, D.C. I'm at the capital, Washington Center, the center of the capital. And today, while we are celebrating, and today also there's a remarkable event going on in the capital here today. Congressman Rick Moore, who President Donald Trump assigned to get back to him on the CPC that Nigeria was detonated because of persecution of the Biafran Christians and the Nigerian Christians, is going down in the capital here behind me. So please stay tuned and let's celebrate wisely and remember that today is our anniversary, that our Independence Day, the date is not yet available for those that are celebrating. That we already have our independence. We not yet have our independence because our land is still totally our land is not yet totally liberated and we have not totally regained our total sovereignty. Thank you from here. Long live Biafra Republic. Long live United States of America.
Thank you, our APM, and long live yourself that is currently leading us. Biafrans, we must keep moving forward, and there is no other way we are going to achieve that other than keep on donating. Our donation, our funding Financing our liberation is the only thing that we have going on now that is very serious, that involves each and every one of us. So as at yesterday, he made this video. He said he was at Capitol to see one of the Senate, one of the congressmen. So Biafrans, you will all see and know that he is always on the move, always at work. This is what we have to be, all hands on deck. Ndị be anyị nọ n'ụlọ, onye unu na-afụ onyinyo ekita bụ our APM. Yesterday o jelu Capitol and ebe ọ nọ wee see foto a wee kwuo okwu a si na anya dey celebrate because our land is still bleeding, our leaders are still incarcerated, so we are not celebrating, but we just marked the remembrance of that 1-year anniversary of our redeclaration of Biafra. Ndị be anyị nọ n'ụlọ, onye a bụ onye na-achị anyị kịta, onye ndu nọ n'ime, PM anyị nọ n'ime, Maazị Simon Ekpa. So yanwa bụ onye na-achị anyị, and maka na anyị bụ ndị Biafra, bụ ndị nwere uche, bụrụ ndị ma ife anyị na-achọ. Onye ọzọ anọrọ, ofu onye anọchie ya, nke ndị Igbo na-akpọ eze anọchie. Onye pụọ, onye ọzọ anọchie ya, anyị na-agakwa n'iru. Ife anyị chọrọ bụ Biafra, o nwere ife ọzọ anyị chọrọ. Biafra is our nation. So anyị na-asị ka onye ọbụla tinye aka n'ịtụ ụtụ ego anyị ga-eji wee na-aga ya bụ njem. Maka etu o bụ akpa kịta na-eje, unu afụgo na ebe a bụrụ bie. Onye na-alụrụ anyị ọrụ onidili ego ọ ga-eji na-travel, na-agbanye fuel na moto. Ndị na-alụrụ anyị ọrụ n'obodo na-echedobe anyị bụ ndị Biafra Defense Forces. Fanidikwa ka na-enedofe anya. Ndị ọkaikpe na-ekpere anyị ikpe, fanidi ka a na-enyefe ego. Ndị mere anyị introduce to ndị Amerịka a na-akpọ lobbyist, enidikwa ka enyefe ego. Maka na ụfọdụ ga na-ajụ ka ife eji ego a eme. Ọnya mee anyị ji abịa ebe a. Ka m kwuo n'eziokwu, ọ bụrụ maka vidio m na-egosi unu ka m ji abịa ebe a. Na-ekwu ife m ji maka ya abịa ebe a, www.biafrarepublicgovernment.org. I only come here because of our donation, because of contribution, because in every country that is running smoothly, that is progressive, it is finance, 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 funding, funding, funding. Mana because na anyị niile anọrọ n'ofu ebe, anyị nọ na mba dị iche iche, ya ka anyị ji wee nwee webụsaịtị a. Onye ọbụla chọrọ ịtụnye ego, ya jee tụnye ede. No one purse, one pocket, for one purpose. And that purpose is to see that Biafra is recognized, become one nation, and for us to continue our national business. So yesterday ka o melu 1 year. Onye isi anyị kịta wee na-asị na anya dey celebrate, mana anyị na-elota n'ọnya bụ 1 year eje na Lati Finland wee je redeclare Biafra government in exile. So my people, gbakọtanụ. Title today's program bụ na Tinubu in a deal with ALKAIDA Islamization. Biafrans fund our freedom from zoo. That is the title of today's program. So when I will leave the link at the comment section, onye ọbụla chọrọ ịbata, you will talk along that line, because there's a video that actually said that, which I'm going to play now. After playing a couple of videos, I want to play another video of our Prime Minister for us to listen to him and for the world to know that if our PM is not here, we don't forget. We don't forget our leaders. We love them, we pray for them, and we know that the merciful God will hear our prayers and they will be released. Just like when Peter was arrested, put in prison, in chains, his followers were praying, and the angel of the Lord came there and woke him up and said, "Follow me." And they came to the gate, and the gate opened. And when they saw Peter, they could not believe that it is Peter, but it was their prayer that reached heaven, and God sent the angel to go and release Peter. And Peter was gone. All the chains on his leg all broke, and Peter got up. So now we pray for our leaders who are in detention, for their lives, for their freedom, and for the freedom of the entire Biafrans. I thank you all for joining me, and my people, I acknowledge you, my sister Eukaria Ndewo, my very brother Adere Lelekon. God bless you. I appreciate you so much. I love you more than you think you love me, because you are love yourself. You show it. You don't pretend about what you believe in. I thank you so much. And I love my brother Clement Ndewo. So, Biafrans, as we move on, I want to show you another video of our PM, though an old one, but at least you will see that our PM is always in our mind.
Declaration of the restoration of independence of Biafra that is to take must know certain things. The declaration of the restoration of independence of Biafra that is to take place on the 2nd of December is targeted at achieving two objectives.
Two
One
objectives.
is the delegitimization of Nigeria. Two is the legitimization of Biafra. After the declaration, we are going to have a very long battle with Nigeria. But this battle, the good news is that we define how this battle will be fought.
It says, after the re-declaration, we are going to have a long battle with Nigeria. My people, at this time, you call it battle with Nigeria, but there's a video I'm going to play here. You will know that we are not just fighting this battle with Nigeria. It is the whole Fulanese in the West Africa and other African countries, and Al-Qaeda, as Osama bin Laden set it up before he died. So we are fighting great people, great number of enemies.
We will fight them diplomatically, we will fight them politically, we will fight them internationally, and of course, we will fight them locally. So, the 2nd of December is not after that. Some of you will come and say, oh, there is still military barracks, you are going to have them. But let me tell you, if the Vietnamese fought America for years and succeeded in making America to flee, we are ready to fight Nigeria even more than what Vietnamese did. And we dictate.
Yes, you have all heard it.
Must know certain things.
If Vietnamese fought America, Why can't we fight all these people? Because we all know that Biafra is a nation that doesn't give up. We fought them in 1967 for 3 whole years. So my people, this time around, it is going to be a guerrilla warfare. And to fight that is not easy. It's not going to be easy. That's what our PM said in that very video. So Biafrans, let us all know what we want and go for it.
The price you pay for treachery. That is the price you will continue to pay until you rise up and say enough is enough. It is up to you to do it. You did it during NSAS. You can do it again. Can you imagine Fulani people telling you, if you remove Fulanis from Yoruba forest, imagine Fulani telling you, if you remove them from your ancestral lands, there will be war, and you are panicking. And you have not asked yourself, why are they not saying the same thing about the East? Why did they not say to Eastern Security Network? Why did they not say to me, if you don't stop evacuating Fulani terrorists from the forest, there will be war? Because they know, they understand psychologically that you don't have what it takes to resist them. Do you know why Borno State is still alive? Why you still have the Kanuri people in Borno today? Was because they resisted the Fulani centuries ago. You have to go back to history to understand how Nigeria came into existence. Fulani has been expanding from day one, from Senegambia. All the way from Senegambia, they've been expanding, and now they are in Okigwe. All the way from Senegambia. They are now in Okigwe. And you're asking us to somehow fold our hands and keep quiet because of 2023, because one idiot is going to come out to become a president, because of that rubbish, because of that nonsensical notion, we should fold our hands and wait until we are overrun by the Janjaweed from the Sahel. Is that how reasonable people think? Is that how people that wish to survive as a race, is that how they reason? It is very, very shocking that some of you do not understand what the Fulanis have in store for you. Very, very soon it is going to happen. And when it happens, your eyes will clear. And about whom you will see it very clearly. I was warning you. In 2014, 2015, 2016, they said he's a warmonger. He's a warmongering. I went to America and I told World Igbo Congress that this war you are avoiding is going to come to your villages. They said, no, it's not going to happen. What is happening today? When Yoruba was supporting the dead idiot called Buhari, did I not warn them that this evil you're supporting will consume you? They never listened. They never wanted to listen. IPOB is a terrorist group. You're trying to divide Nigeria. But Mietana is not. People that you are calling bandits, have you heard anybody come out to say, please Buhari, since presidency is there defending terrorists in the forest, why don't you proscribe them? No, you cannot proscribe a Fulani group. Never. And all of you, we are supporting evil. When there is the proscribed IPOB, proscribed indigenous people of Biafra. These are Yoruba journalists writing junk. Every day they keep writing rubbish. But their land is under siege. Their land is under siege. And the Fulani will take it. It don't take time. So I am here today to encourage them that they must stand tall and be very strong, resolute. That is what Fulani does. They control the media. They have well-paid consultants all over the world doing their bidding for them. They have that woman at UN trying to lobby the world that everything is okay in the zoo called Nigeria. But you and I know that the zoo is not okay. You and I know the game plan of the Fulani. And what are you doing about it? Nothing. Every day you read, you lament, you complain. Every day you read, you lament. And that's all you do. That is all you do. You read, you lament, you complain, you do nothing about it. Your lives are being taken away from you. Your forests are being occupied. Your mothers are being raped. Your daughters are being abducted. And the whole national government, presidency, is supporting such people. And you're telling me that Nigeria is viably sustainable. Is that what you're telling me? That somehow this contraption is sustainable, it is viable. It can never be. Because the more you stay in one Nigeria, the more you are inviting the Fulanis to take over your ancestral lands, take over your villages, and to make life a misery for you. That is the end game. That is the outcome. If you doubt me, go and do a bit of research. Ask yourself, who are the Hausa people? Who are the Nupe people? Who are the Bachama people? All of these people were steamrolled by the Fulani march to the Atlantic Ocean. And now they're in Yoruba land. They're in their forests. They are in their forests. And who is going to drive them away from there? If not the Yoruba youths. Forget about your useless governors. Your elders are very strong. I love Yoruba elders. The way they behave, the way they talk. Very, very strong. They say they support ALKAIDA. This is the governor of Ondo State. They support him in what he's doing. People must come out to say that enough is enough. When you travel to the north, do you live in the forest in the north? The Igbo people in Sabongeri in Kanu, are they living of course it's Hausa land, are they living in the forest? They came to the town, they work very hard, they build houses, they build mansions, they develop the entire place. Is that not what they do? What are Fulani people doing in our forest? Nobody can answer that question. They say that they're pastoralists. I want some of you who have had your breakfast this morning, please go to your fridge or go to where you keep your beverages and you will see pig milk. Pig. Some of us were raised on pig milk. For how many years now? And you keep asking yourself, what is pig milk? Pig milk is the same milk that the cows produce in Holland can be produced in the zoo. Tell me the country in the world aspiring to be a member of the UN Security Council where you move cattle from place to place. Are you people well at all? You so-called Nigerians, are you normal in the brain? I'm asking you a simple question. Show me a country that aspires to be in the 21st century moving cattle from place to place, telling me they're grazing. Which country is that? Please tell me. All of you don't have any shame. When you have people, an entire presidency coming out to defend a very primitive, archaic agricultural practice, then you know you embrace serious mess. You are in one almighty trouble, I'm telling you. People are in a mess. The Holland that you get your pig milk from, do they move cattle from Rotterdam to Amsterdam? I'm asking you a simple question. But they produce the pig milk that you're drinking every blessed day. Why can't Fulani produce pig milk in Sokoto? Why can't they produce carnation milk in Kanu? They have the cattle. Before the white man came, did you see any Fulani in your forest? All these people talking rubbish about movement of cattle and movement of... I'm asking you, before Britain came and handed over Nigeria to Fulani, ask your grandfathers, please, or your grandmothers. Ask them. All this nonsense we are hearing today in this so-called one, I want to tell you the dangers of one Nigeria. All this nonsense you're hearing today about one Nigeria, Fulani in our forest, Fulani in our village. Before the white man came, did you see Fulani moving their cattle all over the place? Did we not have meat to eat? They will answer these questions for you. Because sometimes in Africa we don't reason very well. The way we reason is jaundiced, it is disjointed. I can't understand for the life of me why instead of them to waste all that money arming and equipping this Janjaweed army Mihetiala to come and conquer you and I, why don't they open a milk factory somewhere in the north and bring the milk down south? I'm sure southerners will buy it. After all, pig milk comes all the way from Holland. Pig milk all the way from Holland. Now you understand it. Because of the way you people reason. Why can't you produce? Is it difficult to produce milk? The same milk that comes out naturally from the udder of the cow. Why can't you can it somewhere, pasteurize it, and send it to people to eat, to drink, or to do whatever with? All over the world, that is what is happening. In fact, they produce so much milk in Europe that they pour it away. Why can't you do the same thing? A whole president claiming they are in the 21st century are supporting a very primitive practice of moving cattle from place to all of you, you're not ashamed of yourselves. You have no shame. As somebody will say, your shame is shaming me. I'm telling you, you people from the zoo, I'm ashamed of your ignorance and stupidity. You people are hopeless, completely hopeless.
Yes, my people, Onyendu is saying it all. He has said and mentioned a lot of things. I greet you, Biafrans, once more for joining me. Thank you, Biafrans, for always coming round. I greet you again, Onyekachi, Ndewo, Chukwudi, Daluso, Emmanuel Chibike, Ndewo. Thank you all for joining. We all know what we are here for, what we are doing, why we are here. I am not just here, my people, to tell you about Biafra, but also to remind us that our supreme leader, Odumegwu Ojukwu, started this, followed by Wazirike, followed by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, followed by our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, and currently with our Mazi Ogenkere, the APM. Biafrans, there's a proverb that says that if an old woman falls 3 times, they will count what she has in her basket. Nke ndị Igbo na-asị na agadi nwanyị daa ndanabụ agụọ ife o bu n'ụkpọ ọnụ. Oge agago, oge people na-achọ information or news about what is going on. Ndewo Sunday, daalụ for joining. I come here for one good purpose, for one good reason, to remind Biafrans that we are still government in exile. Yesterday, we marked the anniversary of our redeclaration at Finland. I was there live in Finland. And my people, you will not believe what was going on in my mind. Because there was this door at the entrance very close to the stage. Each time when they mention someone's name, the person will start walking out from there. But each time, throughout my stay in Finland, I was looking for our PM to come out from there. I was looking for him to walk out from there because I don't know him in person. I haven't seen him. And that day I was thinking that they will release him to come and join us. Just like a child, I was behaving like a child. Even though as the media team, I was videoing and posting, but each time they mention someone's name, welcome this person on stage, I will be looking to see our PM. But I never saw him. So what am I trying to tell you? You must be looking forward to something very dear to you. There is no how Biafrans will be sitting with all the money they have, because Biafrans, we are very business-oriented people. We have money. Every day we will come here begging people to donate for the funding of what they want. Your only way out is funding. Ejema and Deje. In fact, we don't have to be waiting for somebody to tell us what our responsibilities are. Look at Fulanese. Each time you see them in the bushes, they look wretched and hungry because they don't go to school, they live in the bush. But you know what? They know what they want. When they speak, they will tell you what they want. What do they say? They will tell you that Nigeria belongs to them, that Nigeria was given to them by the British, that they have come to take it. But we Biafrans, do we know what we want? Because we are the owners of the land. Are we going to fold our hands like this and look and watch Fulanese to come and take your ancestral land? Each time I come here, I will show videos. You will listen to it. But let me be honest with you. The only reason I come out here is to show you this website. That this is where our donation link is. That if you go to your browser, put www.biafrarepublicgovernment.org, all in small letters, and government spelled in full, .org, you will go there. Even if it is one ejema, we will appreciate it. That is the reason why I come here. But I come evidentially to show you some videos that will convince you that this dance is not just Rugede dance, that after dancing it, you will no longer live. Fulani knows what they want. And my question is, do we know what we want? Every day I receive calls because my number is displayed here. It doesn't annoy me. I answer those calls gladly and listen to what the person is asking for. Some will ask me how they will donate in homeland. Some will ask me some stupid questions like, when is this Biafra coming? When is Simon Ekpa coming out? What is happening with Onyendu? Nothing will happen with these people if you do not donate. Even countries that are in their nation, they need money. They need financing. They need funding. Ndị Igbo tụrụ inu si na ofe dị ụsọ na ego gbulie. Ịnụ na nwoke nụrụ a beautiful wife, iche na o ji ekpọrọ the girl wee bata. Mba, ọ kwụgo ezigbo ụgwọ n'isi. Biafra is our beautiful and lovely nation. You can't just get it by asking, oh, kee nke na-eme. No. Ị ga-eme something. Even ụmụ Jews, oge ndị Germany na-egbufa, were akpụkpọ fa na-alụ shu, maka na Hitler bụ a very deadly man. Fa gbakọtara ọnụ. Ụfọdụ fa bute gold fa, deposit ele, wee na-achụ ego. And these are people who got their independence before us. So every day someone will come, he want to see another video. Watching those videos will not do anything for you. Biafra cannot come without your action. And what is that action? Donation. Donation, donation, donation. Yes, Biafrans. Onwero, that is, no matter how beautiful I will paint anything here, I am an honest person, though nobody is above sin. Yes, nobody is above sin, but I like to tell the truth. I like to tell the truth because if I tell you the truth, you will know what I need and you will know what you're solving for me. Because if I lie to you, you will be doing a different thing. Ọ dị ka onye isi na-awa kịta, ọ pụta sị na afọ na-asị ya, a na-enye ya ọgwụ afọ ọsịsa, isi anwa will continue na-awakwa ya. Mana ọ bụrụ na isi na-awa gị, ije gwa dọkịta nọ isi na-awa gị, onye gị ọgwụ isi ọwụwa isi afọ ana. So ife m ji agwa unu ife a bụ na eziokwu dị m n'ọnụ bụ na ife m ji abịa ebe a bụ maka this donation. Ụfọdụ ga-abịa ebe a, the criminals, all the time you talk about donation. Yes. Maka na anyị bụ ndị Afrịka, anyị amarọ maka governance. O nwere onye ga-eti m ife, unu amarọ maka governance. Unu adịghị eme appreciate human beings. Good life. Ndị ọcha na-enye ndị befa, unu amara ya. Ife unu ma bụ tough life. Ike ife niile ike. Unu ada like ka asị na mmadụ relax n'ọdụ n'ụlọ. A nurse abịa serve ya, and that nurse bụ gọọmenti ga-esend ya. Yes, my brother. Eziokwu ka i kwuru. Ya ka m ji were unu be anyị na-asụ ya. Ndị niile anọ na arịarịa na-atụ kọntena, ndị nọ na Ọnịcha na-ebute kọntena, ndị nọ n'Idumota, ndị nọ na Shomolu na-ele motopas, ndị nọ n'Ikeja na-ele fon a na-akpọ ebe anwa kọmputa village, ndị nọ na satellite town, ọkwa Igbo jee ebe niile na Nigeria, ọ Igbo juru ebe anwa na-azụ afịa. Mana unu achọrọ ka unu sọpọtụ ife na-eme na Biafra land. Unu achọrọ iweta ego nke a na-akpali na onye ma bụrụ 2 billion, ọbọkwa 2 million, 2 billion wee bunye ndị Fulani. So o nwee vidio dị very powerful m ga-akpọrọ unu ebe a. Na-egenu vidio anwa ntị ka unu malụ ma ife dị na vidio a ọ bụ ife unu ga-emenwu, ma ọ bụ na wite aka nkịtị, ọ ife unu ga-emenwu wite okwu ọnụ. Maka na the man kwusiri okwu a, nwatakịrị na-ajụ anya bụ ajụjụ jụọ ya, si ya ọ bụrụkwa na gọọmenti Naijiria jụọ, the man si ya don't bother. Na ya ma ife ya na-ekwu. The man mesịrị wee zaa ya no the only onye ga-azọ Naijiria na nsogbu fanwe bụ America. Ka unu wee malụ na our PM bidolu support ba Trump even before Trump abata. Our PM bido support bịa. Our APM pụta follow kwa the same step na faburo ndị nzuzu. Unu malife am na gunu spiritually, unu amano because of Biafra ka Chukwu ji wee mee ka Trump win this election. And ndị be anyị ọnwa anụnwa anyị nọ December, ọ gara na kịta the next month ga-eme 1 year the man bata n'ọchịchị, and for just 3 years unu afụ na ọ bụ unu na-emero ngwa unu amemeghalụkwa ọdachi o. Ndị nọ n'ụlọ na-azụ afịa, ama m na some of you ga watch this video because I'm ma share ya to homeland. Kịta abụrụzi oge mmadụ na-agba ka ọ data ego. Ị chọrọ ịlụ mansion, ịlụsịa mansion, ị ga-adịkwa ndụ wee bie na ya bụ mansion? That is the question. And the answer is that your enemies are all in your bushes. Yesterday, Faje nọchielu ndị mmadụ na expressway dị n'Owerri wee buo ndị niile nọ na moto, buo fa, empty the van. In fact, let me look for the video. Unu wee wete na ọ na-eme. Maka na ndị be anyị adị ekwete anything agwalụfa ma fa fụrụ na Ka m chọọ the video. So my people, ọ bụrụkwa ịbịa na-ajụ kedu nke a kedu nke ọzọ, tụba na ego na inidile ego. We need money. Anyị nidile eje mma and eje in order to fight this demon.
Ebule ndị nọ na moto ahụ, Jizọs, ụmụaka aka nọkwa ọrụ. Ebule ndị nọ na moto a, polisi atọ nọọla. Ebukwere ndị nọ na moto nke a, anwụọla m. Hey, everybody in this vehicle have been kidnapped. Everybody in this vehicle have been kidnapped. Everybody in this vehicle have been kidnapped. Even this vehicle in front of me now. Everybody inside it have been kidnapped.
Okuno fulia. Una fuge. You saw it. If I wabu no were to tell you Nandi ano anyị nso, the only way unu wabu ndị nọ n'ụlọ ji ego, unu ada aghọta that nunu nwere ego karịa ndị bi abroad. Unu nwere ego karịa ndị bi abroad. Mana unu achọrọ ịtụ ego. Oge ọbụla ifeme ka m gwa unu eziokwu. Fa ga-emesi wee jebe n'ụlọ maka nụ ma Kaduna. Wee gbube ndị a na-akpọ Igbo. So, let me now show you this video. Watch and listen.
As you are listening, try to share so that others will know the secret what Nigeria government is
in
doing.
order to become the president of Nigeria.
Don't be in hurry to listen to this interview because this man revealed many things you need to know about what is going on in Nigeria right now. So listen to this interview. Don't be in rush. And then as you are listening, try to share so that others will know the secret what Nigeria government is
In
doing.
order to become the president of Nigeria, nobody can argue there were deals that went on. But what he did was to play them against each other so that
You
he
are
could get his seat in
alleging
the
that
presidency.
President Tinubu had a deal with the terrorists.
Excuse me, it is no longer a secret anywhere in the world.
Hi everyone, welcome to this interview. This is a loaded interview, by the way, about the situation of things in Nigeria. I know many of us have been following the insecurity issue. Today, I will be interviewing someone who has been at the forefront of what is happening. If you don't know about the Macedonian Initiative, by the way, it's a faith-based, non-denominational NGO that has been responding to the systematic persecution of Christians in northern Nigeria since the 1990s. Now, the person that I want to interview today is not just a pastor. This man is a security consultant with more than 2 decades of experience, and he has also served as the Deputy Secretary General and the Director for Peace and Security at the African Union. Of course, he is the Global Overseer of Living Waters Unlimited Church and International Coordinator of the Macedonian Initiative. Please help me to welcome one of my fathers, Reverend Ladi Peter Thompson. Daddy, welcome.
Yes, Biafrans. Peter Ato Ndewo. Ife nwatakịrị a na-ajụ nwoke a whether Tinubu made a deal with the terrorists. the man who say all the known all over the world. This Pastor Peters, bo former security expert. So ka anyị ga-eni ya ntị maka na ife okwulu ebe a ọ dị too much, and ife niile okwulu ebe a supposedly bụ a warning to not just Biafrans, the entire Nigeria, because our people are still trapped in Nigeria. Listen to it.
Come to the show.
Thank you so much, Adiola. And let me say quickly that we want to thank God who has given you a platform and a voice to speak in matters of opinion molding and consensus building. I think it's a lofty platform, and I pray you continue to use it well.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. First and foremost, a lot of people have been asking, what exactly are we dealing with? What is even going on?
I want to speak without a shred of doubt right now that what Nigeria is dealing with, it is both an ancient and a modern problem. And it is bigger, including religion, but bigger than religion. This is not
both ancient and modern. Ancient and modern. Unu mana Islamization bụ ancient thing, not just a religion. All bụ ancient thing. And the modern thing is that they want to Islamize everybody, Fulanize everybody, fighting everybody. Negenu nwoke a ntị maka na nwoke a o nyelu mind-blowing secrets out that onye ọbụla tosili ịjụ, how are we going to escape this and what are we supposed to do? Then you will know that you have a weapon called a Gemma and a J. You have to go and donate for us to escape everything that this man said in this video. All the very powerful, my people, and ọ na-ekwu eziokwu, gee nia ntị.
Please don't be in hurry to listen to this interview because this man reviewed many.
This is about 5-6 groups that we are reckoning with. It has a head in education. It has infiltrated our security defense systems. Over the years, it has infiltrated governance. It has infiltrated media.
Okay, so thank you so much, Daddy. But I feel like so far you have been speaking in parables. You are not naming. Okay, so you said.
Let me say quickly that we want to thank God who has given.
Please don't be in hurry to listen to this interview because this man.
There was intelligent Hydra, a supremacist agenda that was perfected by Osama bin Laden when he globalized the global resurgence of religious terrorism. This is not merely a Fulani problem.
He said it's not merely a Fulani problem. We are not just fighting Fulani terrorists. Osama bin Laden jihadist campaign that led to his being pied by Obama's government is what is spreading all over Africa. And Nigeria is one of the targets. This man said it.
Let me say quickly that we want to thank God who has given you a platform and a voice to speak in matters of opinion molding and consensus building. I think it's a lofty platform, and I pray you continue to use it well.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. First and foremost, a lot of people have been asking, what exactly are we dealing with? What is even going on?
I want to speak without a shred of doubt right now that what Nigeria is dealing with, it is both an ancient and a modern problem. And it is bigger, including religion, but bigger than religion. This is not an Usman Danfodio narrative. It's a more modern, more deadly, more intelligent Hydra, a supremacist agenda that was perfected by Osama bin Laden when he globalized the global resurgence of religious terrorism. This is not merely a Fulani problem. is bigger than that. There are at least about 5-6 groups that we are reckoning with. It has a head in education. It has infiltrated our security defense systems. Over the years, it has infiltrated governance. It has infiltrated media.
Okay, so thank you so much, Daddy. But I feel like so far you have been speaking in parables. You are not naming. Okay, so you said 5 different heads. You need to put names. Also, you need to give the evidence of all these things that you are saying.
I told you it's a supremacist agenda that was designed to use Islam as a cover. That's why for the first 15, 16 years, it was targeted only at Christians first. I told publicly that in the later years, towards the end, when they're about to strike Nigeria completely, they will start killing Muslims as well. So I said that about 10 years ago. You are dealing with something that is global, but has a local face. Its objective is to take the whole of Nigeria, not.
Please don't be in hurry to listen to this interview because this
of the global template provided by ALKAIDA, many headed, only one heart. And what the idea is to take Nigeria, take West Africa, take the rest of Africa, and then use that resources to dominate the world.
Okay, so it's ALKAIDA that is trying to take over Nigeria through these different terrorist organizations.
An intelligence created by ALKAIDA between 1991 and 1996, Osama bin Laden was in Sudan, perfecting the model of how to globalize terrorism.
Have you people heard it? He first of all said that this is more than Usman Dan Fodio Fulani agenda. That religion, in addition to this supremacist agenda to Islamize the whole Africa, and that Nigeria is the target. Osman, what's his name? Osama bin Laden was once in Sudan. And you all know, when they radicalize people like Asari Dokubo, they send them to Sudan. After Sudan, they will send them to another Islamic nation to go and perfect their Islamization agenda. And this is not just all. They are doing this using terrorist groups. And he said that there are about 6. But you can imagine how many they are right now. This is why I told you people that is not just bringing video to show you that is the issue, that we need to act. Donate your ejema, no savings. This is not the time for savings. How can you be happy watching your brothers and sisters abducted, like the video I showed just now, where somebody was reporting and showing you in Owerri along the road? And the person I contacted said that, do you know the worst aspect? That they have now told the soldiers to leave the road. So that when they are operating, no army or police will come to rescue people. So these people will operate either 2 hours or 3 hours unchallenged. In Owerri, the heart of Biafra land. Let this anger you to come and donate. Make your donation because we need funding. Remember that there is no nation that have recognized us yet. So it is only us, for ourselves, doing it. Our plea for this donation should not be a thing of like jihadist war, where you force people. Let it be something that comes out of your mind willingly. So let's continue to listen to this man.
And rule the world with Sharia. And he knew they will have to kill Muslims as well. So what we're dealing with is bigger than just a religious problem. It's a supremacist agenda covering its face with Islamic religion.
So, for people that may be watching right now, some of them will say we've been hearing about things like this for a long.
Please don't be in hurry to listen to this.
One of the newspapers. They gathered together and I told them this is the problem. They are about you arrest him instead of prosecuting him. If you follow the media in Nigeria over the past and rule the world with Sharia, and he knew they will have to kill Muslims as well. So what we're dealing with is bigger than just a religious problem. It's a supremacist agenda covering its face with Islamic religion.
So, for people that may be watching right now, some of them will say we've been hearing about things like this for a long time. Where is the actual evidence? Like what you said, Bin Laden drafted in Sudan. Is there a record of it somewhere? Like some people would say, where is the evidence to the things that you're saying?
Okay, one of the greatest weaknesses of the African nations of the world, including Nigeria, is the inability to mathematize inquiry. That is to collect statistics and data, crunch it, and then do what they call concatenation. That is to join all the dots and use that to come to a conclusion and predict things that when they happen, you will not be surprised. If you follow the media in Nigeria over the past 20-something years, there's nothing I have said beforehand that did not come to pass, including when the color of the terrorist, the color skin of the terrorist is going to change in the latter hours, when they are bringing in people from the Maghreb and they're bringing in other people from outside of our borders.
Yes, Biafran, when he says mathematize, to work out what is happening to you, to work out the consequences of what is happening now. Biafrans, Onyendu told us all this, that the Fulanis are coming. And when they come, they will maltreat our women in a very compromising way, that they will take our land. He even told the Hausas who are coming down south to join Fulanis to Payos that by the time you will go back to your land, they will take it. Because these people, they have now started ruling the people of Borno State. Katsina had a deal with them, paid them millions of naira. The following day, they still came to fight those people, and they killed a lot of people in Katsina. So it is bigger than religious issues. They are not giving up. They know why they are doing it. But do you know why you are fighting for Biafra? And if you know, are you doing anything to make sure that Biafra, that you get it? Or you are busy gossiping? Or you are busy castigating? Or you are busy criticizing? These people are coming heavily based on Osama bin Laden template. And when he said that time is coming when the color will change, when other Arabs of brown and white skin color will join them. That's what he meant by when the color will change, the color of the terrorists.
So if you want evidence, I will give you some. Number one, let me give you something very simple. There's no place in the world that has responded to an already documented resurgence of global Islamism by claiming to arrest terrorists, and then you claim that you have de-radicalized them, and then you absorb them into the Nigerian army.
Exactly. My people, have you heard it? It's like when our APM was telling us that the congressman asked him, do you have an army? Because that is the first question any sensible person will ask you. The army protects your citizens from external invasion. Ndị be anyị nọ n'ụlọ adịkwa m sure na unu na-efolo. na ife anyị na-ekwu ebe a nwoke anụnwa lụrụ ọrụ as a security expert, so all the well informed and research dia n'isi. Unu mana Nigeria na fe nwere ike ibupute ndị media fa bụ the worst enemy unu nwe na that country. Fe nwere ike ịbịa kọlụ unu ụdị ife a, fe nwere ike igosi unu ụdị ife a. Ọ ụdị okwu a nwoke a na-ekwu bụ okwu na-alụ mmadụ afọ. Okunie were ụkwụ gbaka ụzọ na-ajụ si kedu ife ya ga-eme to counter these people. Simple, ejema and eje. Unu nwa bụ ndị nọ n'ụlọ bụ billionaires, unu tosiri ịdị na-atụ ego maka na unu nwa kafa na-emit. Ọ bụ na unu rapụ ndị nọ na abroad ka ọ bụrụ ndị nọ na abroad, some of you say anyị nata n'ụlọ. Ngwa unu nwa bụ ndị nọ n'ụlọ, unu achọrọ ime anything, unu na-ebu container 20 container 40 foot container, unu na-spend ego how many millions. Unu je ego that container na China ma ọkwanụ Japan, ọrọ dollar ka unu na-use. So if you know how you do all those transactions, mee ya welu donate ego na this website dị here, ọ dị na foot of this studio, www.biafrarepublicgovernment.org. My people, this is the main reason why I come out here every day. Not just the video, not just the colorful words that I use, because those words cannot fight, but it can open your mind's eye. Ọ ga-emeghe gị anya, meghe gị ntị, meghe gị mmụọ, ka ị malụ na ibicha be ndị ọcha, na ịma nwude, na ị ga-anakwa homeland. And ndị nọ na homeland echeta na fanwa bụ the first port of call of these enemy terrorists. Unu nwa kafa na-ebu ụzọ ejekwute. Ọ bụ na unu tụọ ego eweli ya hold over on, back effort off our land. The money is what we need. We need this ejema and eje. That is just the nitty gritty. Okucha ogu bu ejema and eje.
You see, that one alone is an amazing case of stupidity. I've never heard of this kind of madness before. An armed robber comes to your house, you arrest him, instead of prosecuting him, you claim that you have changed mind, and you now make on your megadis. That is, of course, one. Number two, if
yes, this guy Nigeria say, can evidence if any no on always say na one classical evidence is Nigeria government telling you that they have gotten the terrorists to confess and to repent, and you put them in the army. Onye na-egbu gị ka I welu na-etinye na your security. Security is the army that guards and protect the whole nation. Ikpolu terrorists now wunye there. Under whose command? Kashim Shetima. Because Kashim si no nyanwa bu security boss, while Tinubu bu oil and gas minister. You know? So my people, kedu ife a na-ekwu ife a? Ife a na-ekwu bụ na Hausa batago ọka, anyị nidile ego, ejemma. These people na-echebe anyị, ka ọ ga-adị unu na ndị abịa na-anwụtazi fa n'aka. Anyị nidilu ego a ga-eji wee tinyelufe egbe na mgbọ. Una fugie, we need money, we need money. Even Zelensky of Ukraine, the president of Ukraine, Zelensky, he still goes around asking for money. He even went to Nigeria to beg for money to support himself and his nation. So, what more? Anyenwa Bundino abroad, government in exile. We need money, we need funding.
If we collate, I can tell you from the beginning, one of the things I discovered from the year 1999 to 2000 was government complicity. And why do I say so? We have reached a stage now where we are not afraid of anything anymore. In those days, we were more afraid of the enemy within than the enemy without. So today, there can be documents that I will give you, we'll put on display. When you find out that young girls are kidnapped, married off, taken away from their husbands. I mean, sometimes young girls are kidnapped, sometimes wives are kidnapped, married off Islamic way. And you will see that if summons will come, the governors were aware. I can give you a case where
Yes, Biafrans. Unu mana this girl Adeola, the interviewer. Also, the man nyagu evidence. The man who see na ya ga-enye godi two evidences. One bụ itinye ndị terrorist n'ime military, which Musa did very well. Osia na the second one now bụ ndị na-abịa edulu nwunye mmadụ kidnappers. Fa ga-kidnap nwunye mmadụ, kidnap school girls, fekpolu pụọ. Na gọọmenti dị complicit. Maka na any gọọmenti fụrụ na a na-ekpokọ students na-anọchi ndị mmadụ na highway ma o nwere ifefa na-eme, they are complicit. Ife a na-asị na mmadụ dị complicit n'izu gị dị n'ife ọjọọ a na-eme, even though na-ada afụ gị anya, ma n'izu gị dị na that thing, you are complicit. Iso n'ife a na-eme, ị na-ezo ezo nọdụ behind the closed doors wee na-akwanye ọkụ, ịma na ị dị complicit. Ọ ife ọ na-akọwa here.
we had to curb a terrorist attack in Kaduna State. We could tell you the modus operandi. It started with Gumi when he came back from Mecca, when he came back from Saudi Arabia. His first tafsir in Kaduna was a call to violence, to slaughter. The VHS came to me because we have been setting up early warning systems, and this is what a real early warning system is to prevent something. When we got it, we translated it into English, and at that time it was Obasanjo who was the president of Nigeria. Thank God for the four square general overseer, who is now late, Wilson Badejo, who assured me that what we prepared and gave to him was given to Obasanjo in his bedroom. But what they didn't know was that we were still monitoring Kaduna to see whether the arms build-up towards the execution was going to stop. When we saw that it was not going to stop, in fact, this is a good example I'm giving you. I had to call a special strategic session with media, because media is a force expander in this new war form, this Hydra-headed war form. At that time, the man they call Adesina, who became Buhari's media, whatever, was at that time an editor-in-chief or something in one of the newspapers. They gathered together, and I told them, this is the problem. They are about to kill 600 to 900 people. Femi Adesina. They are about to kill 600 to 900 people in Kaduna.
You all know Femi Adesina, the one that was there during the time of Buhari. Femi Adesina was the one who said that if you don't bring your land, that you must be ready to die. When Buhari brought Ruga, when Buhari was working with Osibanjo as the second in command, the vice president, Femi Adesina was the one who was speaking out, or spokesman, telling you that if you do not bring your land, that we should be ready to buy. And this man is giving us a whole detail of what is going on.
And I said to them, we have sent all the information to the army, to all the places. There's nobody stopping them. Unknown to them, we were monitoring. The Gumi boy went into the SSS office in Kaduna laughing and came out laughing. When I got that report in Lagos, we decided to call this media meeting and said, look, how do we solve this? Now, there's a headline that we have to put up where they did as if they interviewed the head of CAN and had to interview Gumi. Immediately, we took the front pages, the full pages in the newspapers and the new media, and the news blew across the world. The queries came to the president of Nigeria. It was reported to me directly that the Gumi boy entered, then was a small boy, he entered the SSS office. This time he didn't come out laughing. He left the country immediately. Now, this is a guy who has been banned by Saudi Arabia. They didn't allow him to enter Saudi Arabia. Let me give you another proof. I was on television when I found out there was no other way of escape.
Now, anyone wondering what is going on will be asking, why is Gumi giving this free hand? Why was Gumi Yes, my brother said Christopher Musa, the Army General of Terrorist Apologist, to be Minister of Defense. What a joke country. Oh, yeah. Nigeria is always a joking country. Nigeria is a laughing stock, a joke of a country. So, this very man showed here where Gumi was saying, oh, I only hate Christians for drinking beer. Openly. You can never see Christians attacking Muslims all over the world. But Onyendu told us that Muslims and the Islamists, especially the jihadists, that they are the ones who never stops evangelism of their religion. And they don't do it by mere word. They do it with gun. They do it with gun.
An Al-Qaeda operative was already appointed as a federal minister in Buhari's government. And I question
Do
that
you
how
mind naming that minister?
what's his name? Something Issa Pantami. How do I
Okay. Pantami was a minister in Buhari's government. Do you know where Pantami is now? Pantami is in UN. Pantami is a jihadist with Gumi and many more that were deported from Saudi Arabia as terrorists, and Nigeria government took them in. That Pantami saw that many Christians were unalived. That Pantami, he is today in the UN. UN has lost its glory. UN now lives in its past glory. They have been adulterated and infiltrated with jihadists. So if you as a Biafran, as Onyendu said that he wrote several letters to the UN, people like Pantami will sit on it. And there is nothing you can do. That is Nigeria government for you. This is why we are fighting to be recognized and be a nation of our own, so that when Nigeria comes to UN meeting, Biafra will be on the other side. We will no longer be Nigerians. You see what it is? We need a J and a Jema for this to be possible, for us to keep working hard. Because any country that is coming to recognize you would want to know how you are faring, how you are ready, what you are putting in place or what you have already put in place. Let me tell you people that they watch us. They watch what we do. That's what it is all about. And your donation will make it come fast and come without tears.
know? I supervised an evacuation in 2004 when a young Christian was slaughtered in the mosque of ATBU. That's Abubakar Tafawa Balewa University. Okay? Now, when we supervised that, it was this Pantami who was a lecturer in that university at that time, who put a fatwa on certain students because they preached the gospel to Muslims in a university.
Yes, he made sure that as a cleric lecturer he was, that a Christian student was banned. This is what we are going through in that country. That's what we are going through. A terrorist, a jihadist, a lecturer in the university, lecturing and radicalizing youths. And those who do not accept, they will be unalived.
And at that time, when they killed that boy, we had to go and evacuate the others whose names I spoke to them recently. They are still afraid till now. The young guys brought them into Lagos. We made arrangements to take them into other countries where there's better respect for human worth. And then Sunday Achi was the name of the student who was murdered. Okay, at that time, for you to know how this thing works, there was a bishop who was working with the Obasanjo government, who went to arrange for the burial of this boy. And when I said, let us make it an issue, they at that time were cooperating because they didn't realize how dangerous this Hydra is. Later, that Hydra attacked that bishop, almost killed him, finished his secretary. Fortunately, they couldn't catch his wife. They maimed him. And today, he's one of the forefront advocates who has realized how dangerous this thing is. I could really give you many more examples. One of the former head of state who was claiming that there was nothing in his time, I was at a meeting with him in his home in Ota. When he gave me his own version of what he believed was going on, I said to him, sir, during your government, they were already building up more and more, infiltrating more and more. I said, do you remember a meeting you went to have in northern Nigeria when these things happened? When you left, they slaughtered every member of the family that entertained you. I said they were sending you a warning to back off. Now, some years later, he went for a security meeting outside Nigeria, and I think when they showed him the build-up of what is coming into Nigeria when the final phase comes. Look, the Nigerian army in totality, everybody knows what the number is. The last time they engaged the BH on 3 war fronts, it took almost 2.5 weeks to overcome. So everybody realizes that if you think the Nigerian army can withstand a combined forces of what ISWAP has planned in the future, what is working for us right now is very simple. Nigeria is 220 million people strong. The number of all these people who want to swallow Nigeria, they are not even up to 450,000. Now, the strength of this is, let me break one nonsense that is going all around. And this is what we have to be careful to counsel the US government about. Anybody who looks and thinks that the Fulani is a primary problem is a joker. The Fulani is not the primary problem. All the combined forces of all these people is not up to 400 and something million.
Yes, he is very correct. Fulanis are not permanent. Yes. Yes. My brother Leko said, Tinubu list Tuko, Mamu, a non-jihadist. Even Saudi Arabia arrest him and the Gumu deputy. But Gumi is not the least. Selective pastor boys while shielding the real elephant in the room. There is no point. We all know the real elephant is no other than Shetima, Gumi, Pantami, Malami, and their head is Sultan of Sokoto. All of them, they are the ones sponsoring terrorism. Nigerians are so scared of mentioning the names. We know those sponsoring terrorism. We know them. But those in homeland are so scared to mention those names on their lips because they know what will come after them. You saw what happened to Alozie Ambrose Ndewo. Thank you. You also saw what happened to what's his name? Man Lafia Obediah, for tipping off the plans of these people, how they plan to get Nigeria surrounded and captured. They killed him. He died instantly in the hospital. They used poison to finish him. Nigeria is very deadly. The people in homeland come and donate. Take advantage of Biafra republicgovernment.org for your donation. Yes. So, let us continue to listen to this, our brother.
Now, is it this ill-educated...
400,000.
Yes. All these ill-educated, all these, what can I say, anachronistic human beings who are wearing loincloths all over the whole place, do you think that they are the real problem? Listen, the Fulanis have told you that they were busy using their six when people came and gave them AK-47s and took their children to go and train. Why don't we realize that it's the intelligence that is arranging logistics, that is arranging safe passage for them? I have boys in the army. We used to pray for them. When they locate the enemy position in the Nigerian army, a signal comes from Abuja that they should not attack. The signal will be delayed. After 3 hours, they tell them, now go. The Boko Haram will have left that place. So what more proof?
You see what this man is saying here? That was what the person I spoke to yesterday told me, that a command came from Abuja that the police and the army should leave the road so that the terrorists will operate freely, unchallenged. That's what this man is saying. And that what he said now was what happened when he was still actively working as a security expert. But now he's a pastor. You understand? So they are using the same method. The method they use in conquering Kwara State, using the army, using the military at their own beck and call. So ndị be anyị nọ n'ụlọ iji gwa unu nke bụ eziokwu na unu nwa nọ n'ụlọ ka anyị na-emele ebele. Donate na ego na unu ji ego. Donate be na ego. We need the money. Ka e wee zọpụta Biafra n'ime Nigeria. We need that donation. We need that donation. I'm very crazy about this evangelism of our movement from Nigeria. We are not Nigerians. We were Biafrans before we became Nigeria. And now we say we no longer want Nigeria. You are free to overtake your enemy and keep moving on. That should be the spirit.
Are you saying that the Nigerian government is involved in what is
What are you saying? Even Jonathan, before he left, openly said they are in my cabinet. Look, this thing has been known to collapse nations from within.
Ask yourself, why is it that when Tinubu declared himself as the oil and gas minister, the vice president said, I am going to be the security, I am going to be in charge of security. So when you hear that call came from Abuja, what do you think? It is Shetima. And the overall head, the leader of Nigeria, since 1960 till date, is the one they call their Sultan of Sokoto. He owns all the oil well in Nigeria. And that was why they were using it to tell Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, oh, come out, denounce Biafra, and we will give you oil well. I wish Onyendu took all that and go and rest. Because we don't want Onyendu to be where he is today. I don't like where Onyendu is. Onyendu is too polished to be where he is today. Look at Gumi. Because if Onyendu took that, we will have more money to get Biafra. Because his disciples are working very hard. Our APM, our PM, all of us, every Biafran, we are working tirelessly hard to get Biafra. So it is not Onyendu anymore that is getting Biafra now. It is all of us. You and I. I love Onyendu so much that I wouldn't want him to even put their prison garment on his skin. But Biafrans, you know what? There is nothing as powerful as your money. So donate it. Your money can do wonders. We need it. We need it. Let's continue to listen to this wonderful voice.
So there's nothing new about what is going on in Nigeria. It's just like the architecture of thought. I would rather speak to the younger generation, the digital generation who understand programming. Because it looks as if the older generation don't have what it takes, don't have the understanding to acknowledge that there's a problem here.
Have you heard it? That he prefers to talk to the young generation. Unu na-aghọta ọkwa a na-agwa unu na na-ewu iwe ọ bụrụ na onye ndu kwuru okwu a nwoke a kwuru kịta unu akọbịa ọnụ. The man said that he would prefer to talk to the younger generation that they call Gen Z. The young generation who knows how to program things, who knows how to process information. Not the old ideas. Those old people who cannot process common information. When President Donald Trump, God bless him, when he said that he's coming to Nigeria to get the terrorists, those old cargoes who will die at the corridors of power, they immediately radicalize their children to start burning American flag and the image of Donald Trump, saying that he is coming to fight them. If Donald Trump bring all his might to fight Nigeria, it won't take him 2 hours. He will level Nigeria. You all know that. He never said he's coming to fight Nigerians. He said that those people you are telling us that are killing Christians, that they are terrorizing you, we will come and get them. But Nigeria don't want to do that because Sultan of Sokoto and Kashim Shettima, Pantami and Malami, Gumi and all of them, El Rufai, Nasser El Rufai, all of them are the sponsors of Boko Haram. They will not want to do that. They will not want that to happen because all they know is to drag you back to 50 years or 60 years ago when others are developing. Even Saudi Arabia, that are the originators of Islam, go to Dubai today. They are now World Tourist Center. Anybody can come in there, provided you mind yourself and conduct yourself very well. You are welcome. They even sent Gumi away this year's jihad in June this year. They sent him back that he's a terrorist. That's why I brought this video. This man is talking sense. Pastor Peters. He's a powerful speaker. Listen to him.
And let us come squarely. My eyes are on the president of Nigeria. It needs to be careful. Yes. Listen to me. I have nothing against him personally, but I can tell you something that is very, very clear to anybody. Now, he is an astute, consummate politician, but he doesn't realize that there's a global problem that he's dealing with. In order to become the president of Nigeria, nobody can argue there were deals that went on. And in essence, what he did was that he, more than anybody else, realized that there are many factors to the Hydra. In terms of the kinetics, apart from the Fulani, the Boko Haram, the ISWAP controlled, Ansar, Lakurawa and Co. And what he did was to play them against each other so that
you are alleging that President Tinubu had a deal with the terrorists?
Excuse me, whether we like it or not, it is no longer a secret anywhere in the world that.
So, but what's the evidence? Some people will say that.
Okay, let me give you talk. Let me just give you. Let me throw you one quickly. People don't realize that the Mandela bombing in Niger State, the Catholic church that was bombed in Niger State, the fellow who headed it actually was in Lagos, in Snake Island, 2 days, 3 days, and then traveled to northern Nigeria to take his team to execute. What does that tell you? Now, when he got into police custody, he was arrested and he miraculously escaped. When he escaped miraculously, where was he rearrested? Where did he take up refuge? He took up refuge in the lodge of a serving high-placed government official from Borno State.
That was Kashim Shettima's house. The one they call Kabiru Sokoto. So you can see now from the way he's talking, none of them wants to mention the name of Kashim Shettima because he is the chief security personnel in the zoo. So that means he's in control of the army and police, air force, navy. So he controls their movement. He is an accomplice. Of course he is. So this man was the one who left Lagos, went to the north, carried out bombing of a particular place that he mentioned here, and that man, nothing happened to him.
Who happens to now be who? The vice president of Nigeria. So what am I talking about here? Tinubu is one heartbeat away. You see, I feel sorry for him. In a way, we need to protect President Tinubu's life. He may think he has the guts to face these people, but I can tell you something, he has totally misread the size of the problem.
I have no sympathy for Tinubu because that's what he wanted. And he got exactly what he wanted. He wanted to rule. He wanted to be the head. He wanted everything. And he's gotten it. Ndị Igbo tụrụ inu si, ọchị ifukwu nyara agba enyi. He knew what he was going into. They are all deceitful. He is a Muslim. His wife is a pastor. Is that not the height of deceit? How can these two powerful religions work together in one house? Takia, lies. You should marry a woman of your religion. Nke bụ nwunye bụ akpịrị ego ka ọ na-achọ wee jee nụọ agadi nwoke nwụsịgoro ụmụ ya na ya bụ ọgbọ. Yeah. So what is going on in Nigeria is just like conundrum. A lot of different things boiling in one pot. We don't want to be involved. We are Biafrans before the amalgamation, and Biafrans we want to be.
In which he has gone to double his hands.
Okay, so you said a lot of things. These are serious allegations.
Please, don't even bother. I'm the one talking. We are, listen,
yes.
We are the circumcision. We worship God in the spirit. We rejoice in Christ Jesus and we have no confidence in the flesh. I'm a statesman. We worry about the generations to come. I'm not worried about the next election. There's nothing I'm saying that cannot be substantiated, not only within Nigeria, but globally. So let nobody deceive themselves. His so-called, look, why do you think the federal government is trying to deny an evident truth? And all these people who have collected 30 pieces of silver, all these people speaking from two sides of the mouth, who are just shifting positions like the mendacious president that we have, why do you think they are going on like that? Because there's a plan. If this intervention had not come, and the president was allowed to go through his 8 years, who will he hand over the country to? And does he think they are not wise enough to know that if they are able to eliminate him, into whose hand does the country go? Now, this is where the problem is. If the country goes into the hand of the Boko Haram, the Fulani will not be happy. Those who are, look, let me give you a good example. An open secret. When Shekau becomes
Are you saying that the country will go into the hand of Boko Haram after Tinubu?
Please. If you remember very well, just after he came in, there was some kidnappings, some bombings, and then there was an outrageous demand for one impossible, I can't remember, was it 20 billion or something, impossible amount of money.
My people, from what he said now, are you getting something? Boko Haram is different from Fulani. Fulani is fighting for Nigeria as their own. Boko Haram is there telling you that Western education is haram, is sin. Different groups of terrorists exist in Nigeria. Biafrans, are we going to continue dealing with this? We have gone through a lot of hardship, a lot of pain, that we now want to calm it down and live a very subtle and gentle life. We want to leave Nigeria. Donate, donate, donate. That's what we need right now. Let those who have this headache go and drink their Panadol. Let them sort themselves out. Let us move on. and donate and get Biafra.
When that demand was made, it was not really because they felt that kind of money will be paid. It was a direct message, a coded message to the presidency. Everybody is aware now that there was complicity in the times of in terms of the former president Muhammad Buhari. Like I mentioned Issa Pantemi. Also, don't forget about that his interesting governor who turned against Buhari in the last minute, who was persuaded to turn against Buhari, the worst governor Kaduna State has ever had. And I said something when Kaduna State was
Governor
introduced
El
to
Rufai.
yes. Look, let's not even go there. Go and look at his tweets in the earlier years. Go and look at his own open admission on television that he left Nigeria to neighboring countries with money to go and sponsor the terrorists who had come to kill in Nigerian territory. Why did they have that kind of confidence then? Was because they knew they had entered governance. Now, as I'm speaking right now, listen, we need to reformat this country. And there's an opportunity that has come right now that if we mismanage this opportunity, let me tell you something, even God in heaven will look away when in the south part of Nigeria, in the eastern part of Nigeria, 13-year-old girls end up being raped. Look, there was a blogger recently who was being political.
Do you know that opportunity he's talking about? America. That's the opportunity he's telling Adeola that if we miss this opportunity, that they will regret it. That's what he's saying.
And I want to tell everybody prophetically right now what is coming up for those who refuse to face truth, those who refuse to give value to the lives of others. A young blogger recently said that there's no genocide. I'm a Christian. I don't feel threatened. Long live P-Bat. She was one of those who was killed. If the account that is coming is right, in Kwara State, in a church account,
Have you heard it? Yes, I made mention of it last week. A lady who said that there is no Christian genocide. When they came to her church, she was one of the ones they unalived. Fabeyonu. You see how God works. Fabeyonu.
attack. Oh, she thought it was far away. Now, this is the fate, sadly, of those
Now,
who live in
by opportunity, you are talking about Trump saying that he would interfere with what is happening in Nigeria.
Well, I prefer the word intervention. And let me put it for you like this. For any godly-minded person, the declaration of Nigeria as a country, a CPC, that designation,
yeah,
yes, that designation is a human designation. What we should worry about is that God in heaven himself had already declared Nigeria as a country of particular concern.
Have you heard it? He said that God himself designated Nigeria as a country of particular concern. Ever before Trump opening his mouth, God has already designated Nigeria as a country of particular concern. You see that this man is really giving us the truth about our situation. Ndewo. Ndewo Monday. Thank you for joining us. Let's continue. It's almost done.
Listen, according to prophecy, Nigeria is supposed to be the trigger of a global move of revival. Then the other side too decided that Nigeria must become the epicenter of the next greatest satanic attack against the entire world. So the destiny of Nigeria is what we're fighting for. Look,
That Nigeria will become the epicenter of attack on the whole world. Do you people believe it? Because these people, they have targeted Nigeria for years and they know all the minerals that exist in Nigeria. In 1956, oil was discovered. 1958, that oil and gas was drilled, and till tomorrow they are still getting the oil and gas. And in addition to that, diamond and gold found in Zamfara 2010. So Nigeria is a thickly populated country in Africa. Nigeria is blessed with minerals. And where are those minerals deposited? All in Biafra land. That's why they are not letting us breed. That's why they went to Iguacha, which is the end of that side of Biafra land, to radicalize somebody like Asari, take him to Saudi Arabia, radicalize him, and he is the one protecting their interests there. That's why they use Asari, because Asari has gone to learn how they buy people. Asari has special force that is spying the Igbos. Asari said it, that he will continue to kill the Igbos. And they now use Dave Umahi to form a bubago to counter the IPOB alongside Asari's special force. So this man said it here, that they want to use Nigeria as epicenter, where they will be there reaching out to the whole world. People of the world, if you like, come and save yourself now by supporting Biafra and recognizing Biafra. Because if you do not, and you allow the Fulanis to succeed, that is the template of Osama bin Laden. They want to Islamize the whole world. That was Osama bin Laden's offense, attacking the world. He orchestrated the attack on Twin Towers in America. They will still do it if you don't recognize Biafra. Let me see if I can take it back a little bit for you to hear this man.
Word intervention, and let me put it for you like this: for any godly minded person, the declaration of Nigeria as a country, a CPC, that designation,
Yeah.
yes, that designation is a human designation. What we should worry about is that God in heaven himself had already declared Nigeria as a country of particular concern. Listen, according to prophecy, Nigeria is supposed to be the trigger of a global move of revival. Then the other side too decided that Nigeria must become the epicenter of the next greatest satanic attack against the entire world. So the destiny of Nigeria is what we're fighting for. Look, the corruption in Nigeria, I gave an interview when President Tinubu entered, and I did remember saying that it would not be an honor for anybody to serve in this dispensation. After the negotiation, he bought. Look, the mantra of this government is this: whatever problem money cannot solve will be solved by more money. Not realizing that there's a hyper-dimensional problem, a problem bigger than money. Look, let me tell you something, the mistake that he's making. The whole Nigerian budget, when you look at it every year, all said and done, comes to how much? Maybe about $30 billion. How much does the diaspora remit to Nigeria every year?
20 billion.
Dollars.
Yes,
so,
sir.
When you hear Nigerians, you see, when poverty has been weaponized against a nation, people cannot think anymore. The older generation have been reduced by the weaponization of poverty. So, look, thinking.
Are you people understanding this, our brother? Hunger, poverty, wretchedness is weaponized. I heard it with my ears, where one Fulani man, during the election of Shetima and Tinubu, he said, we are not coming to give you good road or good hospital or good this or good that we are coming to Islamize you. Do you know that Muslim ticket is against the law? Electoral law. Go and look at it. Maybe section 4, thereabout. But they defied it. how desperate they are, the vice and the president. Because the rule of law, Constitution of Nigeria say, when a Muslim, if you want to cohabit and cohabit peacefully, when a Muslim is the president, a Christian should be the vice. And when a Christian is the president, a Muslim should be the vice versa. But this time around, to tell you how tenacious, that tenacity was the force with which they use in enforcing Islamic leaders to Nigeria. And the Nigerians, they cowardly accepted it, kept quiet. So Biafrans, we that do not want this, what is our escape route? Ejema and Deje. That's all. If Allen Onyema would now give Biafrans another 2 billion, we will thank him and it will go a long way. It will go a long way because you see that Allen Onyema, I wish you will hear this. If they capture Biafra land, all of you that are rich will be their next target. They will finish all of you in a matter of days because that's their plan. They don't want anybody to step on their toes in this their agenda of Islamization. And from all this man have said, you know that it is more than Fulani issue. Osama bin Laden template is playing out. And when the color changes, you will see not only Fulanis, but other people, Libya and all that, Egypt, those who are colored Africans, they will join them. And that will happen if we do not work very hard to leave Nigeria.
It's an expensive thing. So it's not easy. Don't blame the average Nigerian.
Okay.
People are susceptible to money.
So, Daddy, before we round up,
Yes, they weaponized poverty. They weaponized it. Everybody in homeland is crying for hunger. People are dying. People will sell their children to eat for the other ones to eat. And the ones sold, you don't know what they are doing with it. This is the agenda of Osama bin Laden being carried out in West Africa and precisely in the zoo called Nigeria. And who are those actualizing it? The vice president and the president, the caliphate, Sokoto caliphate, and all of them, they're all in that. So they weaponize poverty to weaken exactly the same way they dealt with Biafrans during the war. You see that what goes round comes round.
you've said a lot of things. Are these things that you can defend, like the allegations about the president, the vice president being part of, the
Boko Haram? In whose house was Kabiru Sokoto? In whose home was Kabiru Sokoto hiding before it was picked up? Please, if not for global interference in Nigerian affairs, we are ready 90-something% to the day of doom. So if we like, let us miss this opportunity. All those talking from the same different sides of the mouth, they will soon know what it is that we are dealing with.
Exactly what do you want the US to do?
Very simple. There are 4 sets of people who are talking to us in the US. Number 1, those who are genuinely concerned. All right. Number 2, we have those who are looking for government appointments. Number 3,
in the US, looking for government appointments in Nigeria.
Looking for government appointments in the US. They are careerists.
Trump's administration.
Then there are those who know that money, US dollars, follows policy. So if not for Trump, they will not be speaking up. They are there. And then there's a last set of zealots who are so zealous that they reject God's wisdom. Those ones are what we call sincere ignorance and conscientious stupidity. They are equally as dangerous. So this is what I want us to do. If Nigeria cooperates properly with the window that God has used Trump to open, there's something that I cannot talk about in detail now. It's called.
He said that if Nigeria cooperates genuinely with the door that God has used Trump to open. So you have seen that this honest and sincere man is giving you people solution. If they don't use the opportunity that God used Trump to open the door of safety, because America Dome was flying over Nigeria last week, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, 3 days, searching for these marauding terrorists and their positions. Unu kana n'onu Gumi, unu kana n'onu Asari, onye ọbụla anọdugo kpechikom. America na-abịa. But before elute save anyị, let us continue to save ourselves by donating Ejema and Eje.
Called the flight of two eagles. There's a bald eagle in that vision that can rescue the green eagle. Now, if we are able to eliminate the unnecessary voices that are fouling the waters in America for us, both within those against us and those for us, and remain only the voices that are looking forward to the future of Nigeria, let me tell you what will come out of it. Number one, Nigeria will become a nation, watch this, where the value of life will be something else. We will leap for quantum leap to the forefront of global civilization, all within 4 to 8 years. Number two, the Nigerian foreign exchange right now that is about 1,600 naira to the dollar can be brought down to at least 1 to 250 to 350 naira to the dollar if we cooperate properly with understanding to tailor the American response in a way that will be profitable to the global community.
So have you discussed any of this with the Nigerian government? Have you presented
a government that is busy denying? Listen, the moment the Nigerian government is ready, even for President Tinubu, there's a way of escape for him. I fear for his life. If you do a proper concatenation and look at the analysis of what's on the table and the way these things are going, he can't trust anybody around him. Because
yes, you can see, my people, how this. Yes, you can see how this girl is always asking in fear. Do you know that she lives in America, but she's still scared of what Nigeria government will do to her? But this man kept assuring her that he's not scared of anybody, but he's picking up to create this awareness to entire Nigeria and anybody who cares to listen. He does not mix words. He knows what he's saying. And the girl asked him, if they call you to come and narrate this, will you do it? He said in his sleep that he will do it. There is no point being so lily-livered and cowing out like cowards. We must face this challenge once and for all by donating generously and, conscientiously for the freedom of Biafra. We know what to do. We are very calculative. We are mathematically intelligent to know how to place and misplace priorities. We prioritize our recognition. We prioritize the security of our homeland, and it cannot happen without funding. So, my people, let's get it on.
there's an option open to them, which he's aware of. Okay? But Nigeria cannot afford that option.
What's the option?
Well, the point is this. If he cooperates with us, we have been studying this thing, we have been watching over this, we will create a Nigeria where no Muslim, no Christian is oppressed. Now, let me tell you this. When the generation of Awolowo and Zik and Co., when they got independence from Nigeria, Pax Britannica did not allow us to lay a firm foundation for a prosperous country. The divide and rule included religion. Now, this opportunistic hydra created by Osama bin Laden is using that opportunity. Now, if only Tinubu will cooperate, I will tell him that the first friend of Nigeria in America, first of all, in the olden days, was a man called Frank Wolf. Next is Chris Smith, Congressman Chris Smith. After him, we want to thank people like Louis Gohmert, we want to thank people like Ted Budd, Peter Ricketts, we want to thank people like Josh Hawley, we want to thank people like James Langford. than Ted Cruz. But most of all, this is better than any Nobel Peace Prize. We need to thank God for the two tweets that Donald Trump, they are
So,
prophetic,
but
they are powerful.
since Trump said that he was going to get involved, the killing has actually gotten worse, and the government is not doing anything, really. The Nigerian
Well,
government is not doing
that
anything.
needed to happen to prove to the Nigerian that the government is so compromised, it does not care about your life.
Have you heard it? The two of them were very correct in their last statement. The girl asked that since America designated Nigeria as a country of particular concern, that the killing doubled. He said, the pastor said, Pastor Peters, he said that it is a proof to tell you that government not just being complicit, but they don't care for your citizens. Nigeria will tell you, oh, we are American friends, we are French friends, we are British friends. But do you treat your citizens the way British treat their citizens? Do you treat your citizens the way America treat their own citizens? Do you treat your citizens the way France treat their own citizens? And the answer is no. So the citizens of Nigeria, stop being deceived. Stop wallowing in the path of ignorance and face your reality. The reality check is here for you to understand that the man, the women, those sending you to keep burning American flags, they don't care about you. All their children are abroad, where they go to hospital when they are sick. Even their fathers go abroad for treatment. Their children study abroad, where schools are well cared for and students are looked after. They even have students' loan that the parents wouldn't bother. But in Nigeria, what do they give you? They will pluck poverty, grind it, and use it to make pap for you and force you to drink it. And you'll be smelling poverty. Why don't these youths rise up and do what is needful for them and protect their country? Ask for more nations to come out from Nigeria, because Nigeria is too populated and nobody is able to challenge them except Biafrans. So we Biafrans that are challenging this impunity of Nigeria, why don't we do the needful? Eme ngwa ngwa emeghara ọdachi. Anyụkọ mamịrị ọnụ ọgbọ ụfụfụ. My people, take advantage of the donation. This man has said a lot, and in my own little way, I have analyzed it to the best of my knowledge or my abilities. But you all heard it from the horse's mouth. So now I'm going to leave a copy of the what is it called again now? If you want to speak, you can click the link and join me on the studio and talk to Biafrans. My people, we have a lot to talk about. But when you are listening to your leaders, you should know that you have a lot of work at hand. So while I'm waiting for you people, anyone who wants to join, otherwise I will just conclude this and let us call it a day.
Must know certain things. The declaration of the restoration of independence of Biafra that is to take place on the 2nd of December is targeted at achieving two objectives. One is the delegitimization of Nigeria Two is the legitimization of Biafra. After the declaration, we are going to have a very long battle with Nigeria. But this battle, the good news is that we define how this battle will be fought. We will fight them diplomatically, we will fight them politically, we will fight them internationally, and of course, we will fight them locally. So, the 2nd of December is not after that. Some of you will come and say, oh, there is still military barracks, you are going to have them. But let me tell you, if the Vietnamese fought America for years and succeeded in making America to flee, we are ready to fight Nigeria even more than what Vietnamese did. And we dictate.
So, Biafrans, you have all heard that. If no one is joining me, I will call it a day here, and I wish you all well. Remember, there is website where you will go and make your donations. Please, Biafrans, remember to donate. Donate Ejema, donate Eje for our own freedom. The man that I played his video here, he said it the way it is. And he said it to the layman step that even a blind person can see, a deaf person can hear what this man said about this Islamization agenda. It is a global thing using the template of Osama bin Laden. And the Nigeria government is very, very complicit. So, my people, I will not hold you any longer, and I thank all of you that have actually made it sound like it is our day today. Thank you so much, all of you, Eukaria, Aderele, Clement, Onyekachi, Ndewonu. My sister love, I thank you for joining. Charles, Ndewonu, ọ ga-adịla onye ọbụla mma. Monday, I say, may God continue to bless you people. All hail Biafra, peace, progress, unity, and equity. By special grace of God, if I see anything, if I hear anything, I will not hesitate to bring it to your very knowledge and to your presence, and you will listen to know that this Biafra, we must continue to uphold it and make sure that we save our land. Foreigners will never take our land. They can take Nigeria for all we care, but Biafra is our nation. Biafra is our nation, my people, and we will continue to evangelize. Make your donation, and let us continue. Bye for now, and remain blessed.